All right. Thank you for. This is take 2 of doing this interview,
two.
because these things. Oh boy.
Technical.
Stuff and things.
A few technical difficulties, just a few of them. But
Small amount.
yeah, again, thank you for so much for sitting through everything that's been going on. Why did it change?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Okay, this isn't overly awful. I'm gonna be honest. The lighting.
Oh,
Yeah, we're not gonna talk. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it now. I don't care about the lighting anymore.
It falls.
It could have been worse.
The
The other
lighting
side
isn't
is gonna.
that bad. Whoosh.
It's gonna.
That's right. I'm just sweating,
Oh,
bro.
That was some timing right there.
Hey, let's see. This is. That makes it slightly better. Impeccable timing, even. the monitor goes brighter and everything happens. All right, cool. We're gonna ignore that. Everything that we just set up for the last like 10 minutes fell apart. Thank you so much for sitting through like an hour of just everything taking forever to set up, messing with all this stuff and the software, whatnot. But again, thank you. So we're doing an interview today with but I don't exactly know how to pronounce your YouTube channel name. Still trying to work on that.
It's Mustang RR.
Camaro is in the car and then
Yeah.
EE.
All right, cool. Camaro. So we're doing an interview with CamaroEE or Ethan because that's easier to pronounce.
It is easier to
So yeah, we have 10 questions lined up today, and yeah. So the first thing is, why overall did you get into ballast song flipping? Like, what drove you?
So I've always been a fidgety person. I like doing things with my hands, whether it be like spinning a pen or whatever. So I saw ballast songs. Ty had one, and I was like, this would be a fun thing to do. Like, if you're playing a video game or whatever and you die, you have some downtime. You just flip it around, and I just thought it would be a ton of fun. So I got one, and it turned out to be everything that I was hoping that it would be and more. And the rest is history.
Yeah, I mean, mine was kind of the same way. I saw it through Crank Gameplays, member of Unisonis, which is the shirt I'm wearing right now. He did a video on it, and his name's actually also Ethan, but he did a video on it, yeah. And figure told you, yeah. The other side's of the blanket's about to fall. I can hear it.
There it goes.
But he did a video on
With
it. Yeah, he did a video on it where he got a box of just of random fidget toys off of Amazon, and it came with a really awful bell song. Like,
Oh, nice.
the worst thing. It was, if you look it up, it's like this black 40T trainer. It's awful. It's probably worse than like that one snake ballast song you can get. Like the gray dragon snake thing, I don't remember. You know what I'm talking about? No, like the silver one. Wait, we don't talk. The spider isn't a ballast song. It does not work like that.
The spider's
It's like saying scissors are a ballast song. It's not.
Hey, you ask Contraption Collection and he would say they are.
They are because he made them that or whatever. I want a pair of ballast scissors.
That'd be pretty sick.
All right, how'd you get into it?
I saw Ezra flipping them, and I was like, "That's lame." And then a year later, I was like, I might try that out over winter because it gets pretty boring. So yeah, started out with a Triton blemished model, and then
You still got the Triton. Show it off.
Triton,
Oh boy.
Triton baby.
Oh boy.
Ooh, dual tone V2.
Little sanded down handles.
Yeah, sanded down the end of the handles. If you can see that, it's nice.
Oh god. Oh, I thought you just destroyed the end of the handle.
They probably would look the same, considering how much you flip it.
Yeah, they're
It's beat.
it's pretty good. Triton's it's a solid beater, like.
It is. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah.
I would if you're gonna go for a beater, I'd pay the extra like $20 or whatever to get a blend model, and then. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Cool.
What is something no one would know about you?
That can be literally anything. It could be as serious or as
Technically,
Goofy.
The internet knows nothing about me because I have that wall that I always talk about on stream that I
Yeah.
keep up between my personal life and my social life and just personal YouTube, all that stuff. So really anything that's out in my greater personal life, no one would know about me. But let's go with the fact that I have, oh gosh, there's so many things I could choose right now. I have the brick.
The brick.
I have a squishy brick underneath
Squishy brick.
my monitor. No one would know that. And just
Well,
in
now
case
they do
some of
know
you
it.
did know that, I guarantee you that you didn't know about about this little manta ray made out of granite sitting on my monitor.
Yeah, I didn't know
That's-
that.
that's
That's
pretty
for
fancy.
sure. Yeah. I didn't know you owned a little granite manta ray and then you set it on your monitor. Nice.
I mean, there's so many things. Just,
Nice.
it's a wide open question, but yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things. Those are just a few.
All right.
Very nice.
Yeah, so the third question is, what are like your top 5 favorite ballad songs that you flipped or own, and then why? Why they're your favorite?
Top 5. You guys, give me dirt. I know my top 3. My top 5 is a little tougher. Although looking at my collection now, I guess I really only have 5 that I mainly flip. I got my Damascus Kraken, which speaks for itself. I've
It's a
always
Kraken.
wanted a Damascus knife, and to have one
got
that
my
flips
Kraken.
as well as this does, is irreplaceable, and it's my favorite one ever. My Nemesis, which looks beautiful, thank you, Solaire. And this has the best balance I've ever felt on a ballad song and matches my preferences perfectly. Then I would go with my Vortex because it's cheap and it's light and it has a good balance and it's amazing. And then the classic, the Arctic, the thing that I got started with. And then in 5th place would probably be my Squid Trainer. The rest of my collection is just like plastic stuff, crappy Amazon stuff. And it's modded with bushings, making it a lot better than a normal Squid Trainer, so...
That's
Yeah.
pretty sick.
Kraken, Nem, Vortex, Arctic, Squid Trainer.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, my personal favorite is my Kraken. It's not the Live Blade. I can't own Live Blades, which suck, but I have to make do with the trainer. But that's still like the best thing I've ever
Trainer's
flipped.
so great.
Trainer's awesome. I mean, for me, it's like the perfect balance. I like it a lot. I also like the ring. It keeps my family up at night whenever I decide to flip past like 10 p.m. because all of them except my dad go to sleep pretty early.
I like the Kraken too, but I've had a Nautilus and an Antarctic, so probably Kraken's my favorite.
I mean, you're getting one soon.
Which one's
so-
better to you? The Antarctic or the Naut?
The Antarctic probably. I just don't like the Nautilus. Like, I don't know. I liked it initially, and then it's too light, you know. I want some
Yeah.
heft in the handles, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I flipped only plastic ballast songs for almost a year, so I don't really mind not having light ballast songs. Like the Kraken's overall still a bit heavy for me. It's like 4.3. But
4.1.
it's 0.3. I literally looked it up last night.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I was on call with you when I looked it up
Oh, I don't even remember.
because we were talking about the
Do
weight
I have
difference.
to look it up?
It's 4.3.
I
Watch
am
it be like
unbiased third party.
Watch it be
Hold on.
like 4.2.
I think it's 4.1.
I kind of think it is 4.2. Didn't want to say anything.
Mine's probably
Kraken
4.2.
Trainer. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. 4.19.
Get out of here.
It's 4.2.
Get out of here. I was closer.
Bro, by 0.1. Silence. Silence.
You said
I was
4.3. You said 4.1. I
I think I looked at the
4.1 is closer.
actual, like, just regular Kraken weight, which was... It's light, though. The Kraken trainer's light. But, like, I like the knot a lot, I'm going to be honest. I thought it was really fun. I know, okay, you are the 4th person who I've met who flips ballast songs that's named Ethan.
A lot of
Really?
them.
And 3 of them I know in person.
That annoys me so much because in my high school there were 3 other Ethans, Well, I got in my middle school there were 4 Ethans altogether, and then my high school there were 3. But like Ethan is just such a common name to everyone I meet. They're always like, "Oh, I know 3,000 Ethans," and you're just gonna add on to that list.
Yeah. But yeah, our friend Ethan, he really liked the knot.
Yeah, he did.
Like he liked it. I think he liked it more than the Kraken. Can't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, he said he did.
Yeah. Which I mean, he's
Knot's
own.
good.
Yeah, he does not love heavy ballad songs. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's flipped a Squiddy his whole.
Yeah, he's a huge Squiddy fan. Like he's had a Mako, he's flipped Krakens and knots and stuff. But he's like, yeah, he is a Squiddy PewDiePie.
Really?
Yeah. Which I think it's really cool to have, and
It
I'm
is
happy.
pretty cool. Yeah.
I didn't spend my money on it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
But it's a cool thing to flip. It's just a Squiddy bead, and the handles aren't actual red; they're paint.
Yeah, it
and
chips off.
super easily.
It's kind of weird, but I
He
mean,
beats his knives.
he beats them so badly.
All of them.
Every single one of them. It's scary.
So
I feel
that
bad for
Squiddy
them.
PDP is just gonna be a Squiddy B in a few months.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I feel bad. Like I thought when I had a Barfly. When I had that, I beat that like crazy, and I thought I beat it way too much. Nope. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Not even close to what this guy's doing to his ballad songs.
It's pretty awesome. At our
yeah.
school, everyone,
There's what? There's
we have a Squiddy G, a Squiddy C, a Squiddy B, a regular Squiddy.
Oh, you got like a whole posse.
Yeah.
yeah, it's all my fault, and some of the teachers absolutely.
It's
hate
all
it.
my fault.
Some of the teachers hate it.
Yeah.
Other teachers don't care.
Yeah. It's funny.
I got the Kraken after school ended, so they haven't been able to. They don't get a complaint about the ring yet.
Yeah, they don't get to enjoy the.
Well, there
ring.
was one time when I think we had 7 ballad songs in one class.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. It was because I brought like, I currently have 3. I've had more than that at once, and I've lost 2 of them. I lost my Terra Trainer, and I lost a Heron. The Heron was even. That's funky. I like the Heron. I want another one, but their OG Herons are so hard to get.
Yeah.
But there was a time. It was the Terra Trainer, the original, my original Squiddy. I think
that thing's missing a washer.
no, I put in another one, and I hate it now. I shouldn't have done that. That, the Triton, your Squiddy, and then the Antarctic, the Squiddy C, the Squiddy, and the Squiddy B. No, the Squiddy G, because the Squiddy Bs were missing at that time. I think that's 7. It's like 6 or 7. There's a lot of them. We made like a little tower on a desk.
That was good.
That's awesome.
I think it's really fun. Yeah, it was in our chemistry class.
And then we got
She
the
just doesn't
ano.
care.
We got the
Oh, we got to anodize stuff for a chemistry class. So
project. That's fun.
Oh, that's fun.
yeah, so we should do that with your home.
Yeah.
When you get that.
All right. We should get it going.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, it's your turn.
What is the knife that you currently want? What's your all-time grail?
I'm in a weird place right now because I kind of have everything I want in terms of like my collection. I've got handle biased aluminum, I've got titanium, I've got live blades. My collection's pretty good. I'd say a Prisma, which may or may not be currently on the way right now, is what I'm really looking to get.
You missed
But if
3
money
Prisma
was-
trucks. I'm talking. I don't know how you did that.
Sorry.
If money was no option, I'd go with a Seraph, a Tsunami, a Seraph or a Tsunami, and then my all-time grail is something from Stitch.
Nice.
Stitch makes such cool stuff. All the handmade stuff. I really like the idea of having something that someone made completely by hand.
I mean, and it's also just yours. It's no one else's.
Yeah, because he personalizes them.
I think that's Stitch is like that's probably. I'd say that's about anybody's actual grail because it's essentially just the ballast song you want.
Yeah.
Did you see
I think it's design.
Flippin' Trippin's Tsunami that got custom engraving on the handles?
Oh, it looks so with
Dude,
the flowers. It looks
looks-
so good.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I, have,
So
I
cool.
haven't seen that yet. I
It's
need to look
really
it up.
cool. Yeah, I hopped on
Okay.
stream when she was streaming, and it's sick.
And there's a really nice fade on it too, right? It's like orange to pink or something,
I think it's all pink,
or
but I
pink
don't
to
know.
purple.
Dang,
Pink
that
purple, I
sounds
think.
really nice.
Anyway, yeah. A Squid offered custom handle engraving, they would a lot. I feel
Oh,
like
that'd be
it's
so cool.
It's awesome. Anyway,
So do you have any plans to make custom products related to ballad songs, like cases and even an entire ballad song
or lube.
or lube? Lube is
No
really easy.
plans. I have a ton of ideas and designs that I could do if I had the facilities to. And my dad specifically always comes to me and is like, "Hey, what if we did this? What if we did this? What if we did that?" But as far as like actually making one, I don't think I could compete. Like in terms of soft cases, you've got Vault, hard cases, you got Pelican. Even if I could make them, it's just kind of a situation of like, I don't think I could bring something new to the table where I'd actually want to do it.
Yeah, I tried to make a ballad song. It happened.
It happened?
It's yeah, I think you can still find parts of it on my Instagram.
Oh, really?
I'm never gonna mention it again. It was like a 7-month school project, and it was really hard, but also it just kind of sucked.
People, I think, vastly underestimate the amount of work that goes into making a ballad song sometimes.
Well, yeah, I kind of knew, and also the resources I had my school's 3D printers, and because of that, they were constantly broken. Because kids would just mess it up. I was originally gonna use what PETG, I think. Yeah, that's what I was gonna use. And then they just kept getting messed up, so I had to swap over to PLA because no one knew how to slice one filament right. And PLA is easy. So that was annoying. So I didn't get a prototype until about 2 months after I wanted to. And I mean, I was
Yeah,
prototyping like two to three times a week when I did
It's
it.
tough.
It's really
I have
tough.
massive respect for all the makers out there that have a shippable product,
Yeah.
or even just prototypes.
That's for sure.
Yeah, like I was wanting to 3D render like a custom cracking blade, and then that's really hard.
Rendering is the
Yeah.
worst. I mean, this thing was a simple blade design, and that took me. I could never get it. I never got it right. Like even my final wasn't anywhere near what I wanted.
It's tough.
It's
It's
so hard because you're
not fun.
unconsciously like designing kind of after ballad songs that you've seen in other places, and you get done, you're like, oh, that looks too similar to this, or
It wasn't that. It just mine just sucked.
and yeah, like I said, just super tough.
So you said you have a Prisma on the way?
Possibly.
Maybe.
By the time this comes out, I probably already have it. So yeah,
What color? I gotta ask.
I got purple.
Oh.
I haven't talked about it because I was wondering like if it got lost in shipping or like is
Wow.
Ty got it for me and it was just a whole thing. But it should be on the way. I think it's at my local post office.
That's sick.
pretty
Yeah.
awesome because I missed like 3 Prisma drops. Those were hard to
They're
get.
tough, dude. They're so tough.
How
I was
did-
lucky to get one.
How did Ty do that?
You gotta set up like a bot next time. That might not
I-
even be fast enough.
I have to try and return the favor because he wants a blue one.
Oh,
And now I have
Have
to
fun.
buy him a blue one, so I'm gonna get to experience firsthand how hard it is.
Maybe just set up a bot if you can.
I don't even think I would be capable of doing that.
That is true. I wouldn't be able to.
That's a lot. I
Just a
don't even know where to
suggestion.
Begin.
But yeah. Yeah, so what? Now it's your turn to ask a question.
What's your opinions on the current Balisong community content?
Like content being made in the Balisong community.
I like it. I think it's gotten a lot better since I've joined, or maybe I'm just knowing where to look now. But it seems like a lot of people, especially nowadays, are putting a lot more thought into what they're making and trying to make it stand out rather than just putting a phone up to their shoulder and having it be all shaky and not framed well. Which still, I mean, it still exists. It's always going to exist. But seeing all of the, especially smaller YouTubers like you guys putting in, and I'm still super small, but like we kind of have like a group of people who are growing that are just putting more thought and effort into what they're doing, and I think that is a very good way to go in the direction that the Battlesong community is headed. So yeah, I like the content that's coming out, especially lately.
Yeah, I definitely think since I've joined, I've seen a few people just kind of like with high quality review style content just kind of come and go. A really old channel of mine, old channel that I used to watch, who's just not part of it anymore. Kino Flips. I think he quit before you even started flipping.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was a super small channel, and I respect him. He made some awesome content, but he only had like 3 or 4 videos, and then he just kind of fell out of the hobby. So that kind of was sad. But then I've been watching Addison since he was at like 300 subscribers. That was cool.
Makes some fantastic stuff.
Addison's stuff is so good, and I love watching his stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool what he's getting into now. Like, it's kind of like becoming a career path in a way.
Yeah.
Like, he's making advertisements for his local bike shop and
He's a
just
talented
little
guy.
reels. Yeah, he's really good.
Oh
at what he
yeah,
does.
he's gonna do cool things.
Yeah. And then, I mean, like, people like you and Ty, who just kind of were there and then made high-quality content off the bat. It was awesome. It was super cool to
Yeah,
see that
thank
stuff
you.
and then see you guys grow.
Like I said, it's a trend that's kind of following through, because I've seen a ton of people put out videos that are just legitimately, like, they put a lot of time into it. They thought about what they were doing and they took the time to execute on it. Really good.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely, I feel like it's changed since when I joined. When I joined, the biggest Battlesong creators, at least easily accessible, were Will. Will still makes amazing content, though. It's Will. And then, like, CamaroEE was pretty big, which is weird to think about. No one mentions CamaroEE.
Hasn't
CamaroEE is
really done much lately, huh?
yeah. Yeah, and then CamaroEE and then Battlesong flipping kind of got big right around when I was starting to get into the hobby, and that's a whole nother situation. Him and whatever has happened to him in the last year now.
Yeah.
He's gone from little small YouTuber, kind of respected, because he gained, I think, 70,000 subscribers in like 2 weeks.
Really?
It was
Oh.
If you were there, it was like what. Well, I remember he went on a live stream with Addison when nothing bad, or he wasn't acting. He was just a nice person originally, at least acting like one. And he was on a stream. And he's like, "Yeah, I can't believe we hit 10,000 subscribers." And then in the next like 2 weeks, I watched him grow from 10,000 to 100,000.
Dang.
Wow.
It was really. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions. It almost seems like he sub-botted, because he didn't have a ton of traction beforehand. He had some, but not like tons. But still, it was kind of a weird situation. And then then more stuff started coming out, and then his entire website and Discord servers. Definitely, he just left a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm happy he's not really the figurehead of the actual community.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that's an unpopular opinion by any means.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like him really.
Also, I just don't love his content either.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to really harp on other creators that are especially doing much better than I probably ever will, but I definitely think there are better people that could be in the position that he is in to represent us as like the biggest active YouTuber.
That's great. I mean, yeah. I just wish it was. I wish it was Will in that place, because he was in that place for a long time. And he like, in my personal opinion, he's in that place for me. He's like
for
the
a lot of
figurehead.
people, I think he's in that place for sure. Will is one of the titans of the community.
That's pretty interesting. But yeah.
I feel like with Brandon's content, it's not like inherently bad, but like it's almost kind of just like filler content in a way. But like what he's doing now in promoting like clones in a way, or like these Chinese companies that are making brand deals.
It's gone from he would talk about clones and flip them a bit, and then to now it's like,
yeah, but it's like
weird.
It's almost like he's getting brand deals and then leading these people to, he's just like kind of shoving it in your face like this is good, which is kind of
Yeah.
hard to.
Also, him selling his vortexes, that entire thing, they were like $200 upticked.
Mm.
Yeah, that was certainly something.
Then the entire glow mod. Oh boy, the glow mod.
And early on, there wasn't like a bunch of content, so people are gonna gravitate to like what is there, you know.
But I mean, he's not even that old. Like old Balisong YouTubers are like Artsy and then Captain America gang. I forget about him sometimes, but he makes pretty good. He makes some crazy good tutorials. Captain America gang. That's how I learned my backhand fan. All right,
Nice.
let's move on from talking about Balisong flipping because that could be another video. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. Hating's not really.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really good use of time.
Yeah. So the next question is like, what are some tips for making good or better Balisong content?
The tips that I always give to new people, like more objective tips, like make sure that if you're flipping, it's in frame. Make sure that you're thinking about the framing of your video, that your Balisong isn't flying off the screen, or that your camera isn't too shaky, that people can't tell what's going on. But as far as more like not so objective advice, I would just say just have a good mindset about it. Just like do it for the enjoyment of creating and growing better at making videos, rather than I'm gonna do this because I want to get subscribers. You know, like I want to be famous and popular. That's a terrible way to get into it, because pretty much everyone who has any sort of following on YouTube has been doing it for a long time, and they've streamed, or if they don't stream, they've made videos to 10, 20 people for years, but they still kept with it because they love doing it. Whereas if you just want to grow an audience, as soon as you don't see that growth, you just stop wanting to do it, and you lose faith, you burn out, and you move on to other things. So I would say just go into it for the right reasons, frame your content correctly, and just put some thought and effort into making a good video.
And
That's awesome.
I guess leading into our second question, or seventh question, but kind of second part to this is like, do you think there could be a shift in Balisong content overall? Like, and do you have any plans to change the way you create your content?
I think it's inevitable, because where we're at right now is reviews. Everyone does reviews. If you want to make a Balisong video, you do a review. And reviews are great, and they're never going to go anywhere. But the problem with reviews are, you get a new Balisong. I just got this Arctic. I have to flip it for 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, to get my thoughts about it, and then write the script, and then film all the B-roll and all that stuff. So a review's a long process. And most people in the Balisong community, aside from like doing like head-mounted videos, are uploading once, maybe twice a month, with the exception of like Blade Show, where you're getting like a few videos in the course of a week. But I think we're gonna see a shift not away from reviews, because like I said, reviews are always gonna be there, but we're gonna see a shift towards other content that are less review focused, that you can put out more easily and still make it high quality. I know one of you mentioned earlier before we started the Addison True flipping with my left hand for a week video.
Yeah.
I think things like that are going to be kind of where the focus shifts into more, okay, I can upload this more often to fill the gaps in between reviews, to put out more content. Because a lot of the comments that I get are like, oh, I'm so glad I have your videos to wait like in between like when Will uploads. So if someone comes along and they make more quality videos at a higher rate, I think that's a really good way to grow, especially in the current content landscape.
Yeah. Like I'd love to see just someone put together a replicant or like a 51 just from parts, see how that works, because it's something different. It's not like a review on it, it's a construction guide, like
Yeah.
how you'd actually do that. I think that'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah, there's a ton of ideas that I have. I know there's other communities around us, like the yo-yo community, that's kind of branched off from reviewing, that does pretty cool stuff outside of just the reviews. So I have some ideas in the future. you mentioned if I'm going to change my content, I'm probably going to move towards trying out some of those avenues and doing a bit more unscripted things in between the scripted reviews. But we'll see. I don't have any final plans yet.
I mean, all my reviews are just unscripted.
Really?
Yep. I just kind of...
That's tough to do.
I sit down at a mic and I just kind of say what I think. I usually have the ballad song in hand, and some of them you can hear me flipping it. But I just kind of sit down and I'm like, yeah, this is what I think about it. And funny enough, I'm just kind of bad with recording audio. Like, I'll record the B-roll, I'll edit it, I'll edit the B-roll, I'll add in the music, I'll level the music to where the audio where I'm going to actually put my audio. And then I will not forget about it. It'll be in the back of my mind. I'm like, I know I need to do this. And I won't do it for like 3 months.
Yep.
I
feel that.
My last 2 reviews have been only my barfly review and my macro review were really like that. My barfly review was bad. It was just awful that I waited that long, because I had that filmed and edited in October with confidence I was going to upload it in like October, because I got the barfly in like September of 21. And then the macro review, I filmed all the B-roll in January, and then I filmed all the A-roll in May. Yeah, it was interesting.
My collection video was kind of the same way. My Nautilus review and my collection video. So I had my collection video filmed. The B-roll was filmed back in December, and then I filmed the like commentary section sometime around February. I think I was on like spring break for school, and then I didn't upload it until May. And the problem with that is that you get new ballad songs. So,
oh boy,
pretty much all the ballad songs I had at that point, I had gotten the Vortex, I had gotten the Cycloid, and I had a pre-order for the Nemesis that never made it in the video.
Huh. Yeah, the only video I was ever super on top of for audio was my Arctic review. That was awesome, because I recorded it, and then I recorded the audio before I edited it.
I feel like that might be your best video.
It's probably the one I'm the most proud of, and I edited it out without listening to it. I never listened to the entire thing when I edited it, so you can hear this little clip at the beginning, because it was filmed in the school's sound studio of me yelling at everybody to shut up. So it's like...
What was a sound studio you can record in? That's awesome.
A really tiny one that's kind of janky, but it very much works when you need it to.
That's good.
So that was the review I was the most on top of, and also we just recorded it at a time that was perfect with the Holly Festival that was going on. So we had all that colored powder, which I think that made that cool. And that didn't ever affect the Arctic, which was awesome. I think that's really cool. All right.
I want to talk about something.
You want to talk about something?
Yeah, I feel like...
You want to talk about something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, man. I feel like the new content styles are like anything that's kind of new, people would easily pick up on, just because of like most of the content is review based right now, with an exception sometimes, I guess. But anything that's different is gonna grow quickly. That's done well, you know. You don't have to necessarily spend a bunch of time on it, but if there's people out here doing stuff that's unique and creative, then there's definitely going to be growth in their channel, or views wise, once it catches on. So
yeah,
that's my opinion, but I don't know.
The Balisong community is we're kind of like, I guess we're lucky and we're cursed in the same way. It's a really small community. Like, if you think about it, the fact that our biggest YouTubers have like 100, 200,000 subs, that's really small in the grand scheme of things on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine how big it feels in this community. So it kind of helps newer people get recognized a bit more often, because there's less of a disconnect between the people with the most subscribers and the people who are just starting out.
I mean, I don't complain. I got my 40 subscribers. They all like my content, I guess. So that's cool.
Oh yeah, that's one set to have.
All 40 of them. Yeah, I gotta start the Kraken review soon. I have my opinions on it. I need to make that review.
That sounds ominous.
I have my very good opinions on it, because I think this thing is fantastic.
It's
Good job, Squid Industries.
Great.
Awesome.
I started the Nautilus review, but then I sent the
You
Nautilus.
traded the
I
Nautilus.
traded the Nautilus.
So
So
there's just good footage of.
I have some footage. But
It's pretty good footage too.
we'll scrap it together.
I had to
Really?
hold myself back from selling the Nautilus so many times before I uploaded the review.
You
I was
couldn't
like,
hold
nope, you
back. You
can't
needed
sell
the-
it.
you
You have
needed
to
the
finish
hum.
the video.
You needed the hum.
Yeah. Okay. The Hom
It was a
is
good.
way cooler. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it looks
Nautilus
cool.
is cool, but you know.
All right.
It's
Do you
really
want to? So I think we have one more question for you then. But it's how has your life changed from the Balisong community?
One word, completely. It doesn't. It's wild to me that I'm at where I'm at. I own like 1.4 thousand, and like I said, in the grand scheme of things, is like nothing. But it has radically changed my life in every way. If I didn't upload that first video back in, I think it was December, my life would look completely different, and that's no exaggeration. It's it's just wild because like I finally have the ability to put energy into growing at something that isn't like a video game. Because I always used to have games that I would play and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna get really good at this, I'm gonna get really good at this, but it never really stuck because it just didn't feel like I was doing something because it's a game. But putting time and effort into getting better at video editing and recording and scripting and flipping especially it's nice to have that outlet of I can try and get better at this and I can learn about this and I can actually see progress happen. So it's been a huge change and a good one at that.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like with Balisong flipping, it's kind of a nice break from gaming. You know, gaming's very like stimulating and intense in a way, or it depends on the game you play. But
Yeah.
for me, at least, what I was playing was like not really healthy because I was playing it like a lot. So Balisongs were kind of like a good hobby that improved hand-eye coordination and just was a good way to kind of connect with friends as well. And then also, like you mentioned, content creation and just kind of like getting into that niche sort of thing within the realm of Balisongs. And it opens up a lot of, skill sets or different things you might be interested in. So,
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I think that's like everything.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Got
was
anything else?
Awesome.
I don't have anything else. This was super awesome. Thank you for putting up with like an hour of one interview and then probably another like 35 minutes of us just trying to set up stuff and then it all falls apart when we start recording.
You guys are good. I know what it's like to not have the camera stuff go right or
We just try our
have
best.
the lighting fail or not be recording. I know how that feels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're totally good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. All right. That should be everything.
Awesome.
See ya.
Perfect.